Well, I think it was the wrong thing to do. It would have been better if we'd had an election on the normal election issues and a referendum on Brexit. But, I mean, that's not what's happened. So anger's a bit of a redundant emotion in these circumstances. But no, the problem that you've got in the election is once you muddle up the Brexit question with who governs the country, which is a different question, then obviously the risk is that you get a very complicated political situation. You'll have some people who are passionately anti-Brexit, but maybe fear Jeremy Corbyn in Downing Street, and other people who are passionately pro-Brexit, but want to vote for a Labour government. So it's not a sensible thing to do, but we've done it, so we might as well treat it on its terms.
If Boris Johnson wins a majority, do you accept he has a mandate to complete Brexit?
Well, he will certainly claim that. I mean, I think you may end up, one of the reasons why this is so unsatisfactory is that you may end up in a situation where he wins a majority with 40% or even less than 40% of the vote, and the combined vote of the anti-Brexit opposition parties is more. But, yes, of course, he'll claim a mandate. But
you disagree that he'll have a mandate following a referendum, a 2017 election, which delivered a mandate for Brexit?
Again, frankly, it doesn't really matter whether I think it or not. I mean, he will claim the mandate for it. And, people will argue, well, Labour's not clearly saying it's against Brexit, and therefore, look, if he wins a majority, Brexit will happen.
What is a realistic path to remain from here, and what chance do you put on that?
The realistic path is where you don't get a conclusive result. Say the Conservatives are the largest party, and then it's decided to resolve Brexit on its own terms. I mean, the problem that you've got with Brexit, which is complicated to explain, but is necessary to understand if you want to get into the issue of why Brexit's so difficult, is that there are two negotiations. The first negotiation, which Boris Johnson's concluded, are the terms of exit, and that includes the Irish border problem that's been so difficult. But you've now got a further negotiation. Once we exit, we then have a further negotiation that will run until the end of next year, which is about Britain's future relationship with Europe, particularly its trading relationship. And that's also going to be a very difficult negotiation where there are exactly the same dilemmas as we had over the Irish border. So the problem that you've got is that the British people obviously are told that if you have the election, that's the end of Brexit one way or another. I'm afraid it's not. Either way, it's going to be the next chapter.
In your conversations with European leaders, do you think they are ready and willing to welcome the UK back as a fully fledged member if that eventuality materialised here?
Well, Britain's got the right to stay at any point in time before we've legally left. But if we have a Conservative majority and they do Brexit, then we're out.